have chosen Trello as my app for my best app presentation. All you need to do is go to Trello.com and you can create an account. It's free, and once you get signed in, it'll look like this. You can choose create boards. Trello is a great app for organizing and scheduling and keeping track of multiple things that you need to do in a library. So I'm going to click on this board, and if you just look right through here, I'm going to move that over a little bit. So for instance, you can create, once you create a board, you create cards. And here I have library happenings, so upcoming events and things that I need to keep track of. And I have assigned dates to all of these, so you can add dates. Over here, the next card is the to-do list, things I need to do to maybe get ready for the author visit or the book fair that's coming up. Also things that may need to take place within the library, whether it's weeding or getting together with teachers and collaborations, things like that are coming up. And then I have another board or card right here for collaborations, where I can keep track of things that I might be, projects I might be working with. Now, as collaborations go, you may want to create have each collaboration have its own board so that they can kind of grow and come into their own as a living document, basically. Collaborations are great within Trello because you can add members for any board, and as you add members, you can see the activity that happens. So you can see who is inputting information, what they've put in, that kind of thing, so you can really keep track of that. Now, just as a working board that I am working on, this one is more detailed. We have a retirement ceremony coming up in the next couple of months, so there are things that I need to do to get ready for that. So this first card right here just explains the web page, the Facebook page, things like that I need to keep track of and keep up to date. Things that I need to do to get ready for people coming into town and for the ceremonies and that kind of thing. And also, one of the bigger projects that I'm working on is a family scrapbook that shows our military service. And so if you look here, you can set dates, due dates for things that are coming up. And then if you click on this one, these are all the different places that we've lived throughout our military career. So I want to make sure that I include pages in my scrapbook that cover each of these places. So I did a little checklist, so you can add checklists as well. For guest lists, I need to keep track of people who are coming in from out of town, people who are already in town, just so that I know who needs a place to stay, that kind of thing. It really helps me plan better so I can keep track of this. Now, if you look over here, you can see that my husband has also been added, so he can come over and he can add any information that he feels necessary, maybe something that I've forgotten, or maybe if he's taken care of something, he can check it off or whatever. Now, the more I think about this app, the more I really enjoy it. I was trying to come up with ideas of things that you can use not only within the library for running the library, but also for a project. So I took a foreign language. I did American Sign Language because that's what I know. And I broke it out. So this could be a class project, or it could be a small group project, or just something that's ongoing for the class. And so I just put a few cards in here. One is culture. And so I found some great resources to learn about the deaf culture. For vocabulary, I was able to put a link in for a great website that has lessons and things like that for people to use. For grammar, I was able to put in some examples. And again, you have students who can add to this and really help with that. Let's see. When I click out of that. Okay, and then the other thing that I like too is you can add videos. So in this other card, I added a Pledge of Allegiance. You could add songs, you could add stories if the students say they had to sign a children's story or something, they could record their videos and upload them and play them here. So this is just a couple of examples of the Pledge of Allegiance. One is regular, somewhat regular speed, and the other one is in slow motion. So these are great resources for people to come in and look and see what's there, and then to share what they have found as well. The great thing about this as a teacher is, again, you can see who has added to the project and what they have added. You know, is everyone pulling their weight, kind of thing. So I also did a little bit of diving and background research on Trello, the company, and was really impressed with their company in general. And one of the things that they do is they use a board for their policy manual. And so each section of the policy has its own card with information and things that, you know, if someone has a question on, you know, sick days or whatever, they can look it up. They have instant access. It's easy to look up wherever you are on any device. And if they have a change in policy, they can make changes over time, and you don't have to go through and reprint or resend out links or whatever. It's always up to date. So I thought that was a really good idea as well. Might be a great thing for libraries, because we have teachers, we have parents, we have students who may have questions about library policies, and this would be a very easy, accessible way to use those. So I hope you enjoy Trello and take some time to get to know it a little bit more.